What's up, guys? It's your girl Samaya Louie, aka Finesse Queen, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. Alright, so this will be my second video. I took some time off because I was trying to get my life together and figure it out and everything like that. So I'm back, and from here on out, I'm gonna be making sure everything is, tip top. I'm gonna keep uploading. I'm not gonna forget about y'all. You know what I mean? So today we're going to be doing I'm gonna call it an eat and greet, because I feel like everybody does an a mukbang, or however you say that, and I feel like that's kind of overrated now. So I'm gonna label mine as an eat and greet, and I got my hair done yesterday, feeling kind of cute. So with that being said, I feel like today we should talk about, for this one, just simple stuff like relationships and stuff like that, because a lot of people, they get into them, for the wrong reasons, and I feel like these should be the guidelines on how to get into a relationship. So let me take a bite of my food real quick, because it's like the first meal I've eaten all day, and it's like going on 3 in the afternoon. And the reason why is my first meal is because like I've been really busy. I've been cleaning and just just out of it. So it's my first meal of the day. So hold on. Oh, it's chicken Alfredo, and it's like really good. So for my eat and greet, I have a chicken Alfredo and a buffalo chicken and cheese sandwich. They're from Domino's. I don't know if that means anything, but they're from that, and they're delicious. Hold on. Okay, so rule number 1, I feel like our generation itself is like behind all these relationships and everything, or kind of messed up. Because I feel like when our parents had told us back in the day, we're too young for love, we're too young to be doing all that stuff, we should have listened to them to an extent, because now we're a whole generation who's like, not all of us, because some of us are hopeless romantics, but are feared of love. And that sucks, because a lot of people out here does have enough love to be able to cherish the one they're with. So we should have maybe learned more. And because of that, it's a lot of generations of people who claim that they don't care about relationships, and will get into one because they're bored and because they're lonely, instead of getting into it for the right reasons. Like, I genuinely like this person, and instead of them wasting my time, I just go ahead and I be with them because I genuinely like them and want them. So I feel like we should all get into relationships for the reasons that we should, because we genuinely like someone and we want to see them flourish and we want to grow with them, not again because we're lonely or we're bored and whatever. The second thing is, like, I feel like it's too many people who think that they have to waste others' time while in the relationship, and I don't understand that either, because it's like, why want to waste someone's time? If you don't want to be with them, then just tell them. A lot of people don't do that, and they'll be so afraid to do it, so they'll hurt the other person by cheating on them or anything. And I'm like, to get cheating 1,000%, because it's like, if you want to go ahead and try to see other people, be with someone else, tell the one you're with. That way they can know what's up and they can try to move accordingly. Leave you. Try to find something else or someone else that you obviously can't be. And that's for men, women, regardless, everyone does it. And it sucks. Not everyone, but like I should say sex does it. And it sucks because a lot of people's time get wasted, and it's not fair to them. And after they get hurt, they want to try to cross out love or bash love, but the thing is, love wasn't the problem. The person you try to search for was the problem. Which sucks, because like, everybody makes a bad mistake in their life thousands of times. Everybody makes a decision they wish they didn't do every day. In terms of like, I wish I didn't eat that, my stomach hurts now, or I wish I went to sleep earlier, because that's one of my biggest problems. I go to sleep late inside the morning time sometimes, Other times I'll go to sleep early. I need to fix my sleeping schedule altogether, and that's okay because a lot of us, we have time to grow, we have time to do better. So I feel as though a lot of us, we have to do better in terms of growing with someone and not trying to waste their time, because a lot of us actually do waste others' time. And that kind of sucks because, like, what the heck? And, that's kind of sucky for that. And if you like someone, I feel as though, depending on what's the subject and the outcome and the events of the situation, I feel like you should tell them as well. To an extent. Because if somebody's already in a relationship, that's the one time you don't want to tell them, hey, I'm feeling you. Because you're about to say something, and then that can cause problems in the relationship that they have with, their significant other, and, there's trust issues that's going to get involved because you said something, and it sucks. It really sucks. And another situation would have to be when a person is a close friend of yours. In terms of they're inside of a relationship and you just tell them, hey, I like your dude or something like that, or girl, that's horrible, because don't do that either, because, like, why would you want to hurt someone else's relationship? So if someone's in a relationship, they're completely off limits. And a lot of people don't understand that either, which sucks, is because, like, why would you want to be with someone who's already inside of a relationship? And if they're willing to have this conversation with you, they're willing to pursue you while in a relationship, that tells you a lot about them already. Because, like, obviously, if they're willing to mess around behind their significant other's back, they're not going to treat you the same way. So, look into that as well. I'm sorry, y'all, this food is good. And I'm sorry if there's any vegans who are watching this. I'm sorry, but it's chicken Alfredo and I love it. I do. Well. Let's get focused. Alright, so I also think that a lot of people around here are afraid of doing better, wanting to help a person grow. And I mean that is, like, don't be so young to the point that when you see your significant other, you want to help them grow when you're not done growing yourself. Because if you're willing to help them grow and they're not reciprocating those emotions and determination and uplifting back, that sucks, because now you're hurting and things have gone wrong and people haven't done when they were supposed to be doing. And then that's where a lot of relationships fail, because there'll be one person who will do so much for the other person, and then when push comes to shove, when their significant other isn't reciprocating those feelings back, they'll fall inside a deep, deep feeling of, like, regret of helping. And me personally, I never feel bad about helping anyone whatsoever. And it sucks because, like, having an open heart and being able to and feeling like you have to help so many people, it sucks, because then if you fall down, you're like, I have nobody. But I'm helping with that. I'm growing with that. It's hard, but it's working. So yeah, those are a few guidelines. And another thing is just, like, if I don't care who it is. I don't care how long you've been with them. I don't care if they held you down when you was up and around. If they cheat on you, you have to drop them like a fly. That's a bad habit that you need to just drop. Because, like, no matter what they've done for you in your life, if a person betrayed your trust and you being with them by cheating on you, bad habit, drop them. You have to, for yourself. And a lot of people don't get that, because they'll be with somebody who they claim helped them get through who knows what, who, when they were lonely and they felt like they didn't have anyone, they helped them get out of, the dark places, and they just feel as though like they can't be with anyone else because of that. Or when a person cheats, they'll have to be like, oh, well, I mean, it sucks that they cheated, but they helped me get out of so-and-so, and they helped me do this, and they helped me do that. Like, no. At the end of the day, you owe nothing to nobody unless it's the Lord. If you don't believe in the Lord, then unfortunately, I don't know who you would fall down in line with, but you owe nothing to no one but Him. And you know, you don't have to stay with someone because they did things for you. At the end of the day, if a person shows you that their true colors, you're supposed to not try to color them back up and not act like you didn't see it, be oblivious to what they're doing. You're supposed to want more for yourself. And you should be like, hey, you're a bad habit. I can't do this. And, you know, screw you, dude. I'm going. A lot of us fail at that. Because you have these big hearts and you're letting these little, you have these big hearts, you're letting these like little people hurt you. And these little people have control of what your happiness is. And I would never allow anybody to ever be in control of what my happiness is. And a lot of people have trouble with that. And another thing someone has trouble with in terms of relationships and everything is constructive criticism. A lot of people don't want to hear it. They don't. You can be there like, hey, maybe you shouldn't talk to people like that. We're inside of a restaurant and, you know, the waiter's trying to be nice, but you're being rude to them. Constructive criticism, hey, why are you being rude to them? And if they're willing to be rude to the waiter when a meal got put down wrong, which isn't always intentional, and like they're willing to be rude to a waiter, they're willing to be rude to you at a given moment. Watch how they treat their family as well. Watch how they treat the people around them. I know because a lot of people don't have people they can look down to in terms of like family and everything, but watch who they keep around them and how they treat them, because if they treat them well, then you know they could possibly be a good person. But if they treat them as if they're nothing and they just feel like they don't owe anyone nothing and they just rude to everyone, pardon me, then they're not worth it. Like, I honestly would feel as though if you treat the people around you like crap, then you're gonna treat me like crap and anyone else like crap, and I'm drop you like a fly. It's my favorite thing. Like, I will drop you like a fly and I do not care. And it's gonna suck, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it may sound horrible, but to me, that makes so much sense to me. And, you know. And what you also have to look out for would have to be people who have abusive mentalities and actions. You could tell they constantly always nitpicking at the things that you want to wear, the things that you want to do. Then obviously you have to drop them too. You have to be careful of that too, because they'll show signs of it in the beginning of like the relationship and stuff, and you'll disregard it. You'll look away from it and be like, nah, that's not that. But they're nitpicking everything that you do in like a real negative way. No matter how nice it would have been, they're not the one, because obviously they're showing signs of things that just aren't okay. And it's horrible, because like I would never put myself in a predicament like that. But what sucks is that a lot of people, they get put in it, and once you get too deep into the relationship and they let everything just go and keep going on for so long, you know, eventually we go accustomed to listening to everything that that person says. And like I say, in a relationship with me, I say constructive criticism is good. If you're not willing to take constructive criticism, and I'm only saying in constructive criticism because a person who's constantly nitpicking every single thing you do is not constructive criticism. But a person who sees stuff and they say, hey, I've noticed that you do this, maybe try doing this differently, that's constructive criticism. And you have to be willing to open your eyes to it and be like, okay, maybe I should try this way. Maybe it's going to have outcomes of stuff work better, instead of them being, you know, horrible all the time. But if you're with someone who honestly doesn't take constructive criticism the way they should, and every single thing that you say and every single thing that you do, they're like, you're just nitpicking what I'm saying, you're just nitpicking what I'm doing because you don't want to see me grow, you don't want to see me do this, you don't want to see me do that. Yeah, so obviously that's not the one that you should be with, because obviously if they're not willing to take constructive, like, hey, maybe you should talk to people nicer. You're not so nice all the time. You're kind of mean to people, mean to people. And it's like, what are you talking about? None of that is true. I'm nice to people 25/8. And you're just saying that because you're being this and that. They're not the one. Constructive criticism is good for the soul, in my opinion. Like, if someone's telling you something they genuinely care, it's because it's for the greaterment of you. And it's not because they're saying it to hurt you. And it sucks because a lot of people don't get that. And I know I keep saying that, but like it's completely honestly. And like I'm too blunt to be sitting here allowing someone to backlash me when I want to do something better with myself. So overall, like I'm saying, like this is basically it. I just wanted to take some time out of my day to make a video about like people, like relationships in general and people, because like a lot of people don't do that. And like I said, just called eat and greet, not a mukbang, because a lot of people keep doing it and I don't understand it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel, and search out for more videos because they will be happening. Okay guys, peace to the Middle East and love the kingdom. Bye.